Hi everyone, coming to you from Montana. It's been a little while since our last updates. We wanted to do another quick video one for you guys. What a crazy time. Coronavirus, COVID-19. You guys are all aware of everything that's going on. Here in Montana, we are on what do they call it?
Shelter in place.
Shelter in place, which means stay at home. You're allowed to go out for certain necessities, but distancing and everything else like that. So we're at home with the whole family. All the schools are closed here, and we've been here for a little while. We're going to be here for another couple of weeks, I'd say. But we're lucky in Montana, where we have wide open spaces, so we can kind of get out a little bit. But what a crazy time for the world! What a sobering time! But it's also really a time of opportunity as well. So we're, as a ministry and a campus, we're trying to look at it like that as well. So a couple of updates to give you: a ministry update, and there's some personal stuff. On the mission side of things, obviously this is changing our life. I would venture to say that the last 6 weeks have probably been the busiest time for me and for our family here, for Molly and I. Working with our discipleship school, our leadership school, everything else, everything has been changing. We've been staying ahead of the change curve a little bit with shifting our outreach teams and locations around and getting some schools back safely, and then trying to figure out other places for other teams to go. Eventually, we graduated our lecture phase of our school, and then we just sent everybody home and cancelled outreaches. We cancelled the spring schools, which were to start in a week's time. So my leadership school coming up, that's off. But we're looking at other training opportunities remotely, virtually, and otherwise. So we're doing that. As a campus, we're approaching it in 3 ways. One is for what are outreach opportunities that we can actually get involved in and help in our community. Secondly, is it training as a campus we can do together. And thirdly, what are projects we might have coming up that we have time, how do we get some stuff done locally here. So I just want to share a really quick, good opportunity that we've had to us. A gentleman came to us who is the head of all personnel in the emergency services here in what we call the Valley, the Flathead Valley, where we live. And he has come to us because they need places to isolate their staff and their workers when they are being tested as part of protocol for coronavirus. For example, if an ambulance driver or an EMT worker responds to an incident and that individual ends up testing with coronavirus, then all of those personnel who responded by protocol have to now go and be tested for coronavirus 24 to 36 hours. So instead of going home, they need a place to isolate while they just get a regular test. No hotels will take them. The hospitality industry here, obviously, like elsewhere, is being hammered, so they won't take even people just for a regular routine test in isolation. So they've come to us, and we have said, of course, we will open a dorm of ours. We have all of our students and staff out of a particular 2-story dorm that we have. And so they're going to be coming in using the bottom level for testing between 24 and 36 hours isolation. And then if anyone happens to come back positive, we will move them upstairs into an isolated dormitory style upstairs. So that is a way that they have come. They're seeking our help, and we are saying, of course, we will respond in this way. So that's a really good opportunity for us, helping our emergency services, police, sheriff, ambulance, firefighters, nurses, medical staff, who need a place to isolate away from families for a short period of time while they're tested. That's great. The other thing we're realizing is that this has been happening for several years now, but the concept of missions and what is missions and a missional field has been shifting. Not just foreign culture, underdeveloped nations, but the spheres of society. How do we become an influence for the kingdom in our spheres of society and making sustained change there for the better? And this is something that is really bringing this to the forefront. We've been approaching this for quite a while now, but we're really seeing now that the more that we can see not just our local communities, but law, education, government, science, business, whatever it may be, as mission fields, it positions us in community to really respond. And this is a great time to do that. So I would encourage you all at home and at work, wherever you are, that see yourself as a sent one or as a representative in this time. That can be missions. I see myself as sent, even if I'm not foreign right now. missions has been changing, and this is a way that we want to make sure that we are the hands and feet of Jesus. So we are learning that a lot. Personally, a few quick things. How is it making us respond? I think one thing that's really hitting me is gratitude. Gratitude is powerful. There's power in that always. But at this time, what a great time to be grateful. Grateful for the people who are at work, the shopkeepers, the grocery clerks, the emergency services. Grateful that we're in a country that while the health system feels like it's being overrun, at least we can trust the healthcare that we're being given when it's available to us. The importance of relationship. When you can't go and meet with people and see people face to face, you realize the disadvantage of distance. And so being grateful for relationships, the elderly around us, family. How can we help the elderly around us? Doing shopping for them, picking up online deliveries for them. Different things like this so they don't have to go out. The value of that. Value of health. Also, the grateful for the gift of technology. We can do stuff like this, and that's really a huge thing. Anyway, we are doing well as a family up here. The kids are doing online school. We are not going to get any awards for homeschool teachers, but thankfully we can do online training. And so we're doing that. As you can see, none of the salons are open anywhere, so I have to grow out, which is really challenging. First world problem. Not at all. We're doing well. We just want to send our love to you guys, and thank you for following along with us. And we're doing our part where we are, as usual. Locations and mode have changed, but mission stays the same. And we are going for it where we are. All right. Bless everyone, and stay healthy.